Drawing an eye from observation, so that we're looking at assessment objective number 3 here. This is going to be 2 lessons worth. How do I draw a realistic eye? What shape is the eye? Do you see the whole iris? So the iris is the coloured part of the eye. How do I draw eyelids and lashes? Here is an illustration of an eye, and it indicates where the eyelid is. It indicates where the pupil is, so the black dot in the eye, where the iris is, so the coloured part of the eye, the blue part of the eye, the brown, the green part of the eye, and the sclera part of the eye, which is the white area of the eye. I'd like to watch the video clip on how to draw an eye realistically, step-by-step instructions, and this will take 10 minutes to watch. Task 1. What is tone and how do I use my pencil to create it? Tone is the effect of light and dark in a drawing or on an object which is caused by the direction of the light source. It makes things look three-dimensional. Tonal scale. Pencil shading. I want you to review and recap on what you already know on how to create tonal scale. This is going to take you 5 minutes. I want you to use a 2B sharp pencil or a 2B graphite pencil which you purchased in your art pack and complete the tonal scale below. The last box on the right would be pure white. So leave this box and go on to the next. You'll be showing a range of light to dark tonal values. Alter the pressure of your hand from firm pressure for dark tones to lighter medium pressure for mid-tone and very light pressure for lightest tones. Keep inside the boxes and be as neat as you can. Task 2. How do I draw a step-by-step realistic eye? Now there's 2 eye drawings on here, one with a cross next to it, which is a basic drawing of an eye, simplified shapes and simplified attention to detail. However, the one on the right, the drawing is an excellent quality with excellent attention to tonal shading and attention to detail, finer detail, for example eyelashes. Also you can see a range of pencils displayed on this slide. The higher the number on the pencil, the softer the lead is and therefore the darker the tone. I want you to complete a sustained, so I want you to spend at least an hour and a half on this drawing. It's going to be A5 size, so it's half of A4. Pencil observational drawing of an eye. The photograph I want you to use is the one on here to the left of the eye. I want you to use either the next page in your sketchbook, so after your 2 recordings from your photos, the last recording that you did was the wet and dry media, or work on loose cartridge paper and then trim and stick in your sketchbook. Please note that the artist in the video clip you previously watched suggested using a 4B pencil, but I would suggest that you use a 2B, which is lighter. So it's harder and the lead's harder and therefore a lighter tone and it's easier to rub out. Make sure your pencil's always sharp and don't press too hard when you're mapping it out and when you're mapping the drawing out. Also, I'd add the eyelashes last, as shown in the bottom right hand box of the step-by-step stages of drawing an eye on the next slide. So always add that finer detail last. So here are some step-by-step stages of drawing an eye. The step-by-step eye drawings are on the left-hand side. So that it starts from the top left and finishes in the bottom right. So first, map out the eye to ensure correct proportions. So proportions are the proper relation between parts of the eye. So for example, you wouldn't want the pupil, the black part of the eye, to be the same size as the iris because it would be out of proportion. So please make sure you map out your proportions first. When you've got this correct, then you'll draw the main shapes of the eyes plus the reflective area lightly by looking, drawing, looking and drawing, looking and drawing. I can't emphasize that enough, and always draw very, very lightly. Next, tonally shade using the edge of a range of hard to soft pencils. The higher the number, the softer the pencil and the darker the tone, remember. Then lastly, add finer details, so eyelashes and wrinkles using a sharp pencil. Now on the right hand side here, there's some examples of students' recordings. So the top two on the right hand side with the black mounts around them are some very good confident drawings of eyes. Now I know that some of you want to dig deeper and stretch and challenge, and some of you might want to find more complex, more detailed eyes to draw from. This could be of an older eye with more folds and wrinkles. So here are some superb examples of drawings from photographs of eyes. So please find yourself, or take a photograph of an eye of somebody that you know with wrinkles and folds, if they don't mind you taking a photograph, or find a second-hand image off the internet, I don't mind. Also, you can draw using black or blue biro and mark making. So the closer the marks, the darker the tones, but map out the proportions first, I would suggest, using a pencil. So here you can see how ambitious and complex these drawings are. Excellent, superb attention to detail. We're getting higher of the grades. We're looking at sort of grade 8s and 9s here. So the examples at the top there of the drawings, we're looking at grade sort of 4s and 5s. Here's a self-assessment, or we could call it a success criteria for you to refer to. You can see what sort of grade you'll be giving yourself if you just follow, for example, where it says on the left-hand side, recorded accurate proportions of the eye by mapping out correctly. Have you done this? Definitely yes. Are we looking at ticking a box? If that's the case, are you within the 9 and 8 exceptional? Or let's cross over to mostly. Are you going to be ticking the box where it says generally consistent, good, growing skills? Then you'd be a grade 5. If you think it is completely out of proportion, then where you'd be ticking in some, none. So I'd like you to think about that, please. So refer to the individual step-by-step stages and tick yourself accordingly, and you can see what grade you'll be giving yourself. Good luck, folks.